Hey everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to view my video blog today. Now, I'm going to be doing this more often, hopefully twice a week, but we'll see how far I get with that. Now, before we get started, please, if you like this video already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll get started. I asked you guys if you have any comments, questions, cares, or concerns for me about my process or art in general. I got a couple great questions, so let's answer those right now. The first one was about medium. What medium do I use? I use acrylic. It dries quickly and I get beautiful colors from it, and overall it's just so fun and satisfying to use. The second question dealt with giving up the art game. Have I ever experienced so much hardship that I thought, maybe I'll just step away from this? Excuse me. The answer is yes. However, I still haven't, because my vision is very, very strong with this. Whenever I have times of doubt, I just go back to remembering what it is that I wanted out of this in the first place. And the biggest thing for me is being able to push the envelope professionally and personally. I express myself quite a bit through my pieces, and also I sink my teeth into the technical aspects, because really my vision is about moving forward technically as well as expressing myself more openly. So the next question had to do with what supplies would somebody need if they just wanted to get started for fun, and this is the answer to that. First off, you're going to need some paint. I would recommend going with a student grade acrylic paint that you can get from any art supply store, rather than going to the dollar store and getting their variety. There's less pigment in theirs and it's too liquid, and there are a bunch of faults with the acrylic paint you'll get from a dollar store, as opposed to just spending a couple extra dollars getting your primary colors, your white and your black, from an art supply store. Now, I would recommend having a look at the brush selection at the dollar store. I've professionally been painting for about 2 years, and I still use dollar store brushes religiously. So another supply you'll want to get is a palette knife, and these are the things that you use to scoop paint out of the tube with and smear it around on the palette and mix it with other colors. And you can even use a palette knife to paint on the canvas itself. It's very, very fun, very satisfying, and you get a way different aesthetic than you would if you're just using a brush. Now, palettes are very, very important. You're going to need something to mix the paint on, a spray bottle. You'll fill this up with water and just give the palette with paint on it a little spritzing every once in a while. And if you find that your canvas is getting too dry and you need to wet work a certain area, you just give it a little misting, and then you'll be able to smoothly use that brush. You're going to need an apron, just something you can put over your clothes. You're going to need paint clothes. That way, if anything goes beyond the area of the apron, you're already protected because you're in your paint clothes. It doesn't matter. You're not wearing your Sunday best. An easel is super important. I'd recommend getting one for maybe about 20 bucks from an art supply store. Don't go fancy. Don't go super big. Just grab one of the student grade easels, and they'll have those available in wooden or metal formats. What else? Paint towels, if you will. An area in which to paint, and reference images. So if you have an idea of what you want to paint just from your own head, you just go for it. But if you don't really know quite yet, maybe spend a little time online or in magazines and look at things that you would like to recreate a part of or the whole thing of from those images, and then either cut it out or print it off, or just have it up on your laptop or your computer screen, and have your easel and your canvas, which is another thing you'd probably need as well. Have that close to your reference image so that you can draw reference from that image. I know there are certain things that I'm missing here, but please, if you have any questions at all, definitely hit me up. I want to answer those as best I can. The final question was about tattoos. When am I going to start tattooing? I've been humming and hawing about this for a while, and I think my heart's really just not in it. So I don't know if I'll ever pick up the tattoo gun. That said, you know, there are different seasons in my life, and you know, I go through a lot of change, and I wouldn't be upset if one day I woke up and decided that I want to tattoo. The thing is, if I was going to do it, I would have to be all in 150%. Otherwise, I'd be putting tattoos that I'm not so happy on people's bodies, and those are permanent. And if I'm not putting my all into that, I would carry that negative feeling around with me, just knowing that I didn't do them the best that I could. Guys, I have to tell you that being able to share my experience with you is so valuable to me, and I'm happy to address anything that you have to say, comments, questions, cares, and concerns. If you want to check out my website, it's prettypicturefactory.squarespace.com. Instagram is prettypicturefactory. You want to send me a message or an email, prettypicturefactory@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye.